Don't sit here and say you love me, right? And this is the message I want to give to you all. Don't sit and say you love me or you love your family and you watch your family do things that are not moral and ethical, and you sit there and you don't say anything to them. You let them go down that road and you don't say anything to them. You don't correct them. You don't have to do it nasty. You don't have to say you're calling them out. Calling them out is just going off on them. But you don't correct them. You don't bring correction. You see them doing something that is not integral. You see them taking something that doesn't belong to them. You see them, being unfaithful, doing things, right? That is not of character. That is not within moral and ethics. And you don't say anything to them. I could remember that there were some times when I didn't do things that were ethical, out of ignorance, out of being ignorant, out of just my brokenness. And I had people around me to go along with it. They didn't correct me. And I didn't get mad at those people, because you have to remember, sometimes the people who you are around, that's why you have to separate yourself. Sometimes the people who you are around, right, they are not at a level, right, of understanding, spiritual understanding. They're not at a level of spiritual understanding, right? They're not at that level. So sometimes you can be doing wrong and the people around you doing wrong, and you don't see that anything is wrong with it, because everyone around you do it. Everyone around you do the same thing. Everyone around you steal. Everyone around you lie. Everyone around you cheat on their taxes. Everyone around you have side pieces. Everyone around you got a sugar daddy, right? So it's normal. It is normal, and no one really says anything about these things that are not ethical. And nowadays, when you're trying to do things that's right, people will shun you because you want to live and do what's right. You want to try to transition out of that lifestyle of sin and wickedness and try to shed light and live in light. You try to do what's right, but people will shun you. They don't want to be around you. Anything you do to try to get closer to God, it seems like the people around you, they don't want any parts of that. They don't want that God you're serving. They don't want the God who's calling you out of the darkness into the light. They want you to be in between. They want you to be lukewarm. They want you to be halfway in and halfway out. And it's a journey. It is a journey. You're not going to be coming out of everything that you were programmed to do overnight. Some of us was born into families that were dysfunctional. So it takes time to unlearn some of the mindsets that you picked up from your family members. It takes time to unlearn, claiming children on your taxes that you didn't take care of. It takes time to unlearn that foolishness, right? It's a way of life. It's a mindset that you have to unlearn. They call that tradition. Your traditions, you have to unlearn that. And once you start breaking free from traditions, let me tell you, when you start breaking out of the box of traditions where you don't want to do holidays and birthday parties, and you don't want to do whatever the family's been doing, you don't want to do the same dry, broke down cookouts, you don't want to do the same fake, phony family reunions talking about love your family. When you don't want to do these things, you become a problem, because you can see spiritually through the foolishness. You can see spiritually through the pretense, like pretentious. You can see through this, and people go through the same routine. And once you start breaking out the routine, you start breaking out of a tradition, people get mad at you. You the evil one. You trying to break away from the family foolery. We don't want you to break away from the family foolery. We want to keep you in there. We want to keep you broke, busted, and disgusted like us, right? Once you break free from that, you the curse. Something wrong with you. You're the problem. Because you're shedding light on the problem, you become the problem. And when you become the problem in your family, unfortunately, this is what I'm talking about in the next video. But when you become the problem in your family, everyone shuns you out. They gonna make it known that they don't deal with you. They gonna make it known. They gonna love on everybody else and their children, but they're not gonna love on you and your children. They're gonna be nice and kind and extra loving to everybody else, so you can look like you got the problem. But they're not going to call you out on your wrong. They're not going to tell you that you were just wrong for what you did. You wrong for disrespecting your mom. You wrong for disrespecting your dad. Oh, no, they're not going to do that. What they're going to do is cater to those ones. Cater, because they want to keep that family curse going on. They want to keep that family curse going on. But you can't keep me in no curse, because I'm breaking out of it. I'm breaking out of this foolishness.